What's up YouTube? This is Ninja Chortle for Blerdy.com, and I wanted to talk about No Man's Sky for a little bit. Now, I want to make this 100% crystal clear for anyone that is watching this video. I do not own No Man's Sky. I have not played No Man's Sky, but I did very much in fact pre-order and purchase No Man's Sky and was anticipating the release greatly up until it came out, and I had so many bad reviews, so much bad press, so much critical reaction and fan reaction that was negative. I decided to return it. And I actually did a full write-up on that on Blerdy.com, so if you're interested in reading why I returned No Man's Sky, I'm going to leave a link to that article in the description below. But this isn't about that. This is about the update that's coming to the game. Now, I'm not going to necessarily criticize what the update content is, but the entire company, Hello Games and No Man's Sky, Sean Murray as a whole, just in my perspective. So again, before you start typing in hateful comments to me about how I never played the game, this isn't about necessarily the game. But like I said, as of this recording, which is on a Sunday, November 27th, No Man's Sky, Sean Murray, they both tweeted out about their upcoming update, which is the Foundation update coming to No Man's Sky, and that is going to put in a whole crap ton of stuff into the game. And I'm just going to really quickly just say some things while I'm reading them. Players can now build essential equipment in the field on the planet, place save points anywhere on the world, crucial for survival mode. They've got freighters coming in, new resources and technology. They're changing the user interface. They're fixing a lot of the issues. Here's a patch update. Fixed technology becoming instantly fully charged when repaired. Added shootable objects that require certain tech to mine. I'm just reading randomly right now. Improved calculation of resources received when mining terrain. Fixed stats page for Asian languages. Fixed health bars not appearing in some targets. Added photo mode on PS4. Added support for up to 8 mouses on PC. It's literally a list that is longer than any grocery shopping I have ever done in my entire life. It is a ton of updates. A lot. Audio, video, just a lot of stuff. Stuff that is quality of life, stuff that is new features, just a ton of stuff. Now, this update is coming about 4 months, just about 4 months after the initial release of No Man's Sky. And once again, I don't own this game. I've never played it. I have in fact watched people play it on Twitch, and I very much wanted to play the game. I had it pre-ordered. I was on that hype machine as of E3 2015. I was absolutely on this game, and I wanted to play it so much. But ultimately was disappointed in its execution and how it was handled by the company. By Hello Games, by Sean Murray. So again, criticize me if you want, but I am not buying this game. And I am saying this because this is not only fan reception, but just being a consumer. So if you don't know, I'm going to go back just a little bit in time. You may have missed out, but there was about a month ago well, I should just go by saying that since the game's release, both No Man's Sky's Twitter account, just social media in general, and also Hello Games have been completely silent. Like, nearly nothing coming out of their mouths, based off of all of the things that have been going on with the glitches and with all of the lack of special features that they planned on having in the game that were not present upon release, and the disappointment that many of the fans have had in the game. They've been very, very quiet in social media. Outside of some tweets and messages on September and one patch in September, there really hasn't been much going on in their social media. But like I said, about a month ago, there was a hack or small hack or maybe hack. It's very, very unclear just the way after everything transpired or exactly what happened, and that's on multiple fronts. Again, I wrote about all of this on Blerdy, but I'm gonna go and reference others because they went a little bit deeper, especially Forbes. They went as deep as I possibly saw on this issue. So again, on October 28th, the Hello Games Twitter, and I'm just going to do this as quickly as possible. The Hello Games Twitter had a tweet sent out that said No Man's Sky was a mistake, and that was just completely coming out of nowhere because they had not been using social media. Afterward, there was an email sent to people all across media, Forbes, Kotaku, and Polygon, and so many other gaming outlets received emails saying, no, this is real, or like this is a legit tweet from Sean Murray saying he said that he sent it, and then there's email explaining more. But then on Twitter later on, he was acting like, oh no, it was not me. And then it was just a whole confusing situation. There was more emails saying that I sent the tweet, Sean Murray sent the tweet, saying, then more emails saying that no, everything is hacked. It was because of my LinkedIn. Someone hacked the servers. It's a whole lot of inconsistent information. So it was really hard to even say whether they were hacked, whether it was a disgruntled employee, as they claimed later on, or whether or not this was legitimate. And because there was no real clarifying issue, they still haven't really clarified to this day exactly what happened. No firm stance. They just kind of let it go. And after this day, after that issue of this hack, quote unquote, they went stone silent again. And again, nothing about updates, nothing about the hack, nothing about addressing fan concern, and so on. And that is what I want to talk about is, do you find that okay, acceptable, as you as a consumer? Do you find that behavior for a company acceptable? To have some product that you were very excited for, a product that you spent $60 on. Again, I bought the game. I spent $60 on No Man's Sky, and very much have high expectations when I pay that much money for a game. Don't get me wrong. Sure, there are great games that are $20 and $30, but generally, you're going to have a higher expectation for a game that you're paying $60 for, especially if you're buying it the day it comes out, brand new, right off the shelves, new release. You're picking that game up because you think it's going to be great. You don't buy mediocre games at $60 on the day of its release. So with that being said, I think yes, you are entitled to criticize this game regardless if you played it or not. Regardless if you like it or not, you can have that criticism of the game, of the developer, and have high expectations. Now, again, ultimately I didn't play the game. I watched other people play it, and I was disappointed in watching it. It just wasn't the type of game for me. I thought it looked too repetitive, thinking, yes, there are tons of repetitive games out there, but when you have something that is so repetitive in your gameplay, what you do to mix it up is you add new enemies, or you add more of an emphasis, or you try to get people to do that repetitive action in a different way so that it's fresh and it's something that you can do for long periods of time. With No Man's Sky, if you're playing, from what I saw in the reviews and so on, that you're playing for 20-30 hours doing the exact same thing over and over, going to one planet, mining the resources, naming some animals, and then exploring the next planet, and doing that over and over in this procedurally generated world. And you do that for 20-30 hours before things actually change and things start to get a little bit more interesting. For me, I didn't want to pay $60 for that, and I wonder, and you guys tell me, is it too late? Is this Foundation update too late for No Man's Sky? Are you a No Man's Sky player? Are you still playing this game? And are you eagerly anticipating? And I think honestly that is a good question, and from what I can tell, the No Man's Sky players that are still playing are excited for this update. They are happy with what's coming, and it's a lot. It is a ton of stuff. Sean Murray stated in Twitter that the reason why they've been silent is because they've been working so hard on the update and they didn't want to say anything about it until it was 100% done. And I'm pretty sure that's because all of the things that they promised prior to the release of No Man's Sky, they weren't able to deliver on, so they didn't want to talk about things that they were going to put in the game and then end up not having them in the game when the update was released. So it's kind of twofold in that. I understand where they're coming from, but at the same time, I paid a lot of money. If I paid a lot of money for this game and I send you a tweet, I send you an email, and they're not just ignoring fans, they ignored press as well. If you're spending this money and you're invested in this game and you hype it up the way you do, I expect some more communication than what there was. But I don't know, maybe that's me. That is totally a personal view, and you guys let me know in the comments. Are you okay with the lack of communication from No Man's Sky and from Hello Games, from Sean Murray? Are you okay with them working on this update and just completely shutting down their social media until it was done? Are you interested in No Man's Sky now that this update is coming? Do you think that this update, and then there are future updates announced as well that are all for free, is that going to be enough to pull you back in, or to even bring you in as a new buyer, as a new player to No Man's Sky? Once again, personally, it's not enough for me, and I'm already done with the game. I feel that there are many that mirror the same way that I do, but I could be completely wrong. So let me know in the comments how you feel about the upcoming update to No Man's Sky, and whether or not you plan on playing the game because of the update, or you didn't care and you were playing it already. Once again, this is Ninja Chortle for Blerdy.com, and I will see you guys next time.